Today we travel to Hamilton, Ohio to check out this 19th century clubhouse and the picturesque golf course behind me. Welcome to Walden Ponds. Welcome to the back patio at Walden Ponds Golf Club.
It's a beautiful day, huh?
It is a beautiful day, and this is a beautiful place.
Spectacular. I like the area we're sitting in right now.
Yeah, this is a nice little spot. I think maybe the first thing we should talk about at Walden Ponds is the clubhouse.
It's beautiful. It's old.
It is. On the website, they indicate that it's a mansion from the 1800s, and I would believe that. I don't know if it's all original or if it's been added on to over the years, but it's a really cool place. They've got a real nice pro shop when you come in to pay your green fees. They got all kinds of apparel and golf balls and all kinds of goodies. Well stocked, super friendly folks there when we checked in. They've got a nice little snack area where you can get bratwursts, and
they have a little bell that you can ring to let them know you're there.
If you like,
kind of fun.
If you like ringing bells, it's good. And we even apologized because we were like little kids and we had to ring the bell. But we had brats when we got here. They were good.
The brats were good.
Had some chips. They have Gatorade instead of Powerade.
And they have the yellow Gatorade, which I like.
Extra points galore.
Yeah.
The rest of the clubhouse is really cool too. It's what you would expect from an old home. It's got lots of small rooms, but there are also a lot of cool like French doors that they can open and kind of expand the space. You can have events here, so that would be cool. And in this big backyard area, they've also got a tent where you can entertain and have your fun times.
Beautiful little area we're sitting in, a courtyard back here, which is nice.
Courtyard?
Yeah.
That's perfect. It is a courtyard.
Yeah.
And they have a gazebo. That's 2 courses in a row that have gazebos.
Nice stonework all around the courtyard with a beautiful patio. Sits up next to the building. It's a nice place.
It's a cool facility. It's very unique. I don't think that we've seen anything else like this. I think probably the closest would be maybe the clubhouse at Snow Hill.
Yes.
Which is also haunted. I don't know if this is haunted. We didn't ask.
We should ask that. We should ask that.
Just going over a few more amenities here around the clubhouse. They have a great practice facility here. They have a gigantic driving range.
Oh my goodness. Don't they have 2 of them?
It has like a north side and a south side, as if it wasn't big enough.
Wow.
They've got 2 big practice greens. One is for putting and one is for chipping. And they have signage that specifies which is which. Because
signage is pretty good here.
They don't want you chipping on the putting green. Yeah, signage was good. Signage was real good. That probably wraps it up for clubhouse and near clubhouse amenities. Let's get right into talking about the course. What'd you think?
I thought the course itself was gorgeous. A lot of homes.
This golf course might have more houses than any other golf course we've reviewed. And I don't love houses on golf courses.
They make me nervous.
I understand the economics of it all, but being a marginal golfer, it makes me nervous too.
For us subpar golfers, it's not a really good thing to have lots of homes on the courses.
And I will be honest, I did plunk a roof on the very first hole. I think I kept it in play after that though, so apologies to whoever lives on the first hole. No glass, no kids, no nothing, but just roof, but still, I feel bad about that.
It happens.
You would know.
I would know. Living on the golf course, you expect to get your house hit.
That's right. It is a very pretty golf course. I enjoyed it a lot. This golf course might have more fun holes than any other I can think of off the top of my head.
I'll agree.
Lots of shape change, lots of grade change.
Lots of bunkers.
Oh my goodness. Let's stop and talk about the bunkers for a second.
Oh my goodness.
If you are a bunker connoisseur, I don't know how you'd feel about this golf course, and I'll tell you why. We have a cornucopia of variety of bunkers here.
Would you say 3 levels?
Maybe 4.
Okay.
3 at least.
Proceed.
Okay. So bunker variety number 1, and we did a little bit of recon when we got here and found out that they've actually replaced some of the bunkers fairly recently. So we'll call that the tier 1 bunker. Fantastic. It's great sand, no rock.
Right.
The bunkers are full. They are spectacular. And yes, I was in more than one today. I'm not usually a bunker guy, but I had more than my fair share today.
Yeah, I had a couple myself.
Type 2 are, I guess, what we would call the old bunkers that are still probably in need of some attention.
Few rocks.
Sand is not quite as good. There's some rock, and there are some big rocks.
Yeah, rocks are my pet peeve.
We're not talking like pebbles. Like there are like baseball-sized rocks in some of these bunkers. So
you got to get the rocks out of the bunkers.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
And then tier 3 would be, they had a couple that were actually under repair. So obviously they're working on more of them, and they're just completely torn up. So you wouldn't even play those. I will tell you one thing about the bunkers on this golf course, though, and maybe it's part of what's led to the challenges for them. These are some of the deepest bunkers I've seen in the area. Some of them have slopes that are crazy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
If you had a new bunker with the new sand that had the steep face that like they have on 18, if that thing plugged, I don't know how you would play it. It would be like trying to hit a golf ball at the side of a house. But it did make it fun because some of them are really deep and they're really good challenge to get out of if they do have good sand in them. So I don't know what grade to give them. An incomplete on bunkers?
Incomplete, that's good. I've had some of those when I was a kid in school. Incomplete.
Did you have some eyes?
I had some eyes.
So some of them are spectacular, the ones that they've already completed. And we heard that they are going to be probably renovating a few others and maybe even taking out a few. And we've seen some other local courses do that as well. And it probably eases up some of the maintenance headache.
Sure, I'm
if
sure
they just put grass in, they have a grunker, a grass bunker.
Is that what you call that?
Or a funker,
That's a good name
faux bunker.
for it.
I don't know, maybe we should
copyright that.
Trademark that or copyright that.
Whatever.
Anyway, so the bunkers, the ones that are in good condition are actually really fun to play. A real challenge. One of my favorite things about this golf course was the fairways. The fairways are immaculate. Really awesome.
They're fantastic. I would say the same thing about the tee boxes.
Yeah, tee boxes and greens were really, really awesome too.
How big are the greens here?
The greens, the fairways too.
Yeah.
The greens are all really generous, and maybe sometimes they're too big because you miss and you have a long putt.
You think we would have scored better?
In terms of challenging golf courses, this is kind of a mixed bag for me. It has nice, generous, wide fairways, and it has big greens, but there's still a lot of trouble out there.
There were a couple of holes where you got in trouble because of distance. You know what I mean? There was always something where you would either have to lay up or,
yeah.
Made it challenging.
There were lots of those decisions you'd have to make on whether you were going to try to clear a creek or some natural green area. And that was another cool thing. I didn't really expect to see this on a course that was kind of carved through a neighborhood, but there are lots of areas on this golf course that, I don't know, you call them like conservancy areas or green areas, where they just kind of let the natural grasses grow up. And it's really nice, and it kind of feels like more of a kind of like out in the country golf course that way.
And beautiful homes out here as well.
Yeah, it actually seems like it's a few different neighborhoods that it swings all the way through. Yeah. But there's, like I said, there's a great variety in grade, in shape, in challenges on the holes. And for the most part, like we say for courses that have houses, I would say that these really weren't as much in play as maybe some of the other courses.
I will agree with that as well.
Especially on the holes where they had like some of that natural area between the golf course and the homes. I mean, some of them, if you get a little carried away like we do sometimes, you're probably going to end up in somebody's backyard. So be courteous and pick up your ball and drop it back in the golf course.
Even though we had to navigate through the neighborhood and go through some houses and cross some roads, we did have an opportunity to go through several tunnels.
Yeah, this is 2 golf courses in a row where we got to drive through tunnels, so that was super fun. They had more tunnels here than they only have the one at Beaver Creek, is that right?
Yes.
I
think from number 1 to number 2.
The other side.
Yeah.
I think they had 3 tunnels here, and they're really long and dark and scary. And the one smelled funny.
Yeah, it smelled bad. You were being generous. It smelled bad.
Okay, it smelled bad.
Something died in there.
But it's still nice. I mean, and you actually do have to go across a few streets as well, but these are like neighborhood streets. So if you do see a car, they're going like 20 miles an hour, and they usually let you go by. So nothing dangerous. Yeah. So it was an interesting mix of going across roads and going through tunnels at this golf course.
I've enjoyed this course today.
I really enjoyed this, and this isn't the first time we've played here. We've actually played here a couple times, but it's fun because when we go back to courses we've played before, we're kind of looking at them with a little bit more of a critical eye when we're going to do a review, because we know we've got to have at least a few things to say about the golf course since we went through all this trouble to do the review.
Right.
But yeah, this was definitely one of the more fun golf courses we've played, and I would absolutely come back here on a regular basis to play. It's a fun, challenging golf course.
Reasonably priced. What did we pay? 55 or something like that?
You know what? I don't even know what we paid.
I think it was about $55 with the cart, which is reasonable on a Friday afternoon.
That seems to be a popular price these days.
Yeah.
Around $50.
In this area.
And I don't know, it's a Friday afternoon. I don't know if they kick in the weekend rates still on a Friday, probably, since it's still summertime.
Most do.
And man, was it summertime out there today. Good Lord. When we started off, it was a little bit of overcast, a little bit of clouds, and it felt great. And we were thinking, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
And we rolled through the front 9 like nobody's business. What did we play that in?
We played the front 9 in like an hour 45 maybe.
Yeah. However.
And then we hit a traffic jam on the back 9. I don't even know how long. It took it well over 2 hours to play the back.
We waited almost
2.5 maybe?
We waited almost every hole. Yeah. Friday afternoon.
And then the sun came out too, which made it even worse because we're sitting and waiting and baking.
Couldn't take advantage of that golf cart breeze.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's half the fun of getting a cart is cooling off.
Right.
Anyway, it was a little bit backed up on the back 9, so we may have made a bad decision here, but we did take a little time for some on-course activity.
Yes.
We're breaking out another one of the oldies but goodies. We're doing the par 3 challenge today. And we decided that we would play both of the back 9 par 3s. Little did we know.
Yeah.
We probably would have been better off playing the front 9 par 3s, but you know, it is what it is, and we got it in and we didn't really hold anybody up. The nice thing about the par 3 challenge is it's pretty short. Basically what we're doing, if you haven't seen that before, we're just taking our normal tee shots on the par 3, and whoever's closest to the pin must be on the green to participate, gets a point.
Right.
I think the previous time we did this was at Castle Hills.
Oh yeah.
And
it's been a while since we've done this.
It has been a while, but I have a 1-0 lead in the par 3 challenge. So let's head out to the back 9 and see how we fared at the par 3 challenge for Walden Ponds. Okay, we've made it to the back 9 here at Walden Ponds. This is hole number 12. Today it's playing about 152 yards. It's got a little bit of a tucked pin today too behind the trees over there, so this should be fun. Okay, Javon, 152, what are you hitting?
I have an 8-iron.
An 8-iron, sounds like a good choice.
All right, ball.
Oh, looking good, right at it. Looking good. All right, potential point.
Okay, Mr. Webendorfer, what are you hitting there?
I liked your selection, so I'm going to hit an 8-iron too. See if I can equal you or if you're going to get a point from me here. Oh, I tugged it again. All right, my man, looks like 1 point for you.
Hooray.
Well, we almost counted chickens before they hatched. It doesn't get much closer than that to not being on the green, but it's on, so it counts. 1 point for Javon. Okay, we've made it to number 15, the last par 3 on the golf course. Coincidentally, the last hole we'll be playing the par 3 challenge. This is playing about 155 today. We've got a little bit of nature between us and the hole here. It's a red flag, so it's up in front. We'll let Javon lead us off. Show us how it's done.
All right, we're going to try. Pull out an 8-iron here. All right, let's see. All right. Ball way above my feet here.
Good looking swing.
Pulled it.
Moving a little bit left though. We might have to wait to see if that's on or not. I have a feeling it isn't, but we're not going to rule it out just yet. All right, hole number 15. I'm running out of gas here, Javon.
Hang in there, brother.
See if I can muster one more swing.
Hang in there.
Come on.
Good, looking good. I got a good chance of being there.
All right,
it's not short.
Let's drive on up and see how we did. The golf gods clearly do not favor me today. I was just a little bit short and a little bit off the mark. So that is 0 points for me on number 15. And my friend,
I'm all the way over here in the bunker.
a little long and in the bunker. So 0 points for him. Well, there you have it, the par 3 challenge from Walden Ponds. My buddy here has evened up the match for the season, one apiece. Boy, that was close, man.
It was very close, man. I barely stayed on there, but I stayed on. It was on.
Yes, you did.
True.
It was a very good swing, just a little too strong. It's because you work out too much.
I do work out every day.
Muscle-bound boy. So we're at 1-1 for the par 3 challenge. Maybe we can try to have a rubber match before the end of summer.
We should try.
So somebody has the lead going into winter, provided we can hit a green. It's not a high percentage of greens we're hitting in these challenges.
It's embarrassing.
We need to work on that. Even for subpar golfers, it's not good.
It's embarrassing, really.
We talked a lot of good things about Walden Ponds in the first half of the video. Anything that they could do better? Any cons?
A few maybe of the cart paths could be attended to, a little attention given to them.
It wasn't Beckett Ridge bombing run bad.
No.
But yeah, they're going to need some care and attention to the cart paths here in the near future.
Right.
Some stretches are fine, other stretches are not great. So I'm sure they'll probably have to address that at some point in the near future.
For sure.
Anything else? I mean, I enjoyed this course so much and it's in such good shape.
We already talked about the bunkers, but they've already mentioned with the great conversation we had with the starter that they are in the process of redoing most of those. So other than that, no, everything else was buttoned up pretty nice.
We touched on the good signage earlier, and at almost every hole they have a nice pylon. They've also got a ball washer. They've got a trash can. They've got ice cold water stations. That was really nice today.
I've noticed that more often than not lately at some of the golf courses. They seem to be doing that instead of having someone on the course bringing drinks around.
Yeah, we didn't see anybody on the course selling beverages, but it was nice to have the ice cold water out there.
Yeah, that helped.
All right, should we talk about a score for Walden Ponds?
Before we do that, there is one thing that I want to recommend to all of you golf courses out there. Ice cream sandwiches. If you would get ice cream sandwiches, they would sell like hotcakes out here, especially on a warm summer day. I'd buy them.
I concur.
Would you buy them?
I consider myself an ice cream sandwich connoisseur.
Wow. The brat connoisseur, the ice cream sandwich connoisseur.
I feel like I'm built for being an ice cream sandwich connoisseur.
Yeah, I think I can handle some of those as well.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And the only course still that I've ever seen was Snow Hill, and they had those gigantic ones, and they were really affordable.
Speaking of Snow Hill, I'm going to think that as far as rating this course, it's pretty close to Snow Hill.
A lot of things about this course reminded me of Snow Hill, so I think that's a really good marker. And if I remember correctly, we gave Snow Hill an even 8, an 8.0.
I'm feeling about an 8.0 for here as well. They're very similar courses.
I buy that. It's still pretty rare air having a score in the 8s.
Yeah.
Heatherwood is the champ still at 8.8, almost broke the 9s.
Yes.
And for a public golf course, you're getting up there when you get close to 9.
They are edging up towards not being public. I mean, that course is fantastic.
Yeah, it's next level for sure. But yeah, I'm comfortable. 8.0 for Walden Pond. Great golf course. It's in beautiful shape. The folks here could not have been nicer.
A lot of fun.
We had a great time today.
Great long conversation with the starter before we started playing.
Absolutely.
Too. Very knowledgeable.
Come check it out here in Hamilton if you've never played. I think you'll like the course. If you want to just come down and practice, the practice facilities are fantastic.
They are.
So we're going to take a few weeks off from doing reviews. My buddy here is going to take a much-deserved vacation break.
I might play some golf.
You going to play some golf down there?
I think so. I'll play some golf in Florida.
When we come back, we're probably going to be looking forward to some October golf. Best time of the year to play golf. Hopefully it cools off a little. We get some fall colors. We still got a few subscriber requested courses to play as well.
You remember what's on the request list?
I know we've got to do Meadowbrook former country club Meadowbrook.
Right.
This, now that I think about it, this was actually a viewer request. Gentleman asked us to come out here last year. He was getting ready to retire, and he was looking forward to getting out and playing more golf. So I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm glad we finally got out here, and hopefully your retirement's going well and you're enjoying it and getting out and playing some golf.
Yep.
We will probably also be playing Shake or Run, and it looks like it might be the first or second week of October at this point. And we're going to have a guest come play with us that day.
Oh, yes, we will.
So that'll be our first subpar guest. We'll see. He might be a subpar guest.
Maybe.
We'll see. Until then, take care. Thank you for watching. We always appreciate it. Get out and play some golf. Take care.
Bye-bye.